Microphone here. All right. Let's put that on. Okay. So relatively quiet day. I guess yesterday was also kind of quiet too, but just didn't feel that way because I literally spent my entire day yesterday just trying to publish my game to Apple iOS store. And thank God, a couple hours before I had to go to bed, I finally figured it out. You know, with a little bit of help too from the guy who originally compiled my game into iOS format. But boy, you know, I definitely take it back. Like, I thought Google had a complex system, but man, Apple's is even more uptight. Like, but the good news is it's an app review again, and I think once it passes this particular review, it should be good. I also took the time to actually change the description for my game. So, interestingly enough, my game still doesn't really show up on Google's Play Store. And one interesting test is this part. I actually changed its entire description. Now it just simply describes what's inside the game. I don't even mention the story part. And this actually has not changed yet. It hasn't actually changed yet. Now if I look for tower defense, my game still doesn't show up. So I think it's just Google's slow indexing speed. I mean, I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure that it eventually will show up, and then, you know, it can be good. Yeah, see, my game doesn't show up here. It only shows up for seditionists, which would make sense because it's literally a unique word, right? So, but, you know, whatever. Things move along. I still haven't heard back from my EU lawyer yet, but I guess the guy just wants to take his time. So, I mean, which I'm alright with. But I'll just send him an email tomorrow when I wake up if I don't hear back from him. Because they said they needed my address to make sure to bill me with an invoice, which I gave them, and then, you know, so, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But that's okay. There's a reason why Jesus wants me to be patient, so I'm just going to be patient. And more importantly, because I'm on top of this so soon, you know, I've got a lot of time leeway. Alright, so looks like the Dow and the S&P did a little bit of a pullback. Alright, so stock markets are whatever. Yeah, because crude, yeah, I saw what was happening. Crude oil was down, the bond yields were going down, and of course the dollar was down, but looks like it came up a little bit today. And of course, the one thing that we all really care about, cryptocurrencies, has, you know, done very nicely. It's a perfect classic, up a decent amount, then down a little bit, specifically 33%, which is like the Fibonacci or retracement level kind of thing, right? It's actually 31.6%, but close enough, right? And then now it's on its way back up. So I mean, we'll get to it in a second, but basically, I think Bitcoin should hit 50K, just like I said. I believe in Bitcoin Clown World earlier this week. Alright, so bond yields sold off a bit, some got bought up. Okay, so money's kind of just shifting around all over the place. So I guess people are moving. Yeah, so people are actually taking profits in the stock markets, which makes sense. And then they're going to cash, and then some of that cash is definitely going to cryptocurrencies. Okay, so that's a very good thing. Yeah, I mean, the 24-hour volume is okay, 78.7 billion. Tomorrow's the Ethereum London hard fork. And yeah, just look at these beautiful, you know, spikes upward. So cryptocurrency across the board is doing very well. I was really hoping that by now Bitcoin would hit 40 grand. But, you know, it's pretty close. It's going in the right direction, so whatever. And Pancake swap is just going on a rip and tear. It's at 1725. And it shows no sign of stopping. It's actually already outperforming VeChain and Filecoin and every other coin that we've been in. Now, I do want to announce that I am in a new liquidity pool on Pancake swap called babycake/Binance coin. Now, there is a problem with this, right? The slippage for this coin is like set to like 20%. So basically, and then they also have like a built-in 7% tax or something. So, in other words, I took around $7,500 worth of my auto cake and I put it into baby cake, and I have like $6,200 worth. So basically, I lose like $1,500 or $1,200. No, I lose like around $1,500, $1,600 worth of actual money due to this little hidden tax slash slippage thing for babycake. The only reason why I was willing to do it was because the ROI as of yesterday was like 60,000%. And you know, my new rule is if it's not on Pancake swap, then I probably don't want to do it. So, and there's a bunch of other coins here. But with that being said, this does produce a crazy income for a fraction of like my Hotbit BNB and my chess coin liquidity pools. I'm making as much money as them using a lot less money. So yeah, it sucks to basically have to pay like a $1,500 tax or whatever, essentially, or $1,400. But I easily get it back in cash flow. And on top of that, babycake has been going up. Actually, all cryptocurrencies have been going up. Chess coin's been going up. Babycake's been going up. Probably a lot of these coins are going up. And of course, Pancake swap itself just keeps going up. Right? Yeah, you can see it's 725. So let's see if, I mean, I know JetSwap was doing okay. Yeah, I mean, JetSwap's doing okay. It's now at like around a little under 60 cents. So at least it's stabilized. Still way off from its $3 peak though when I originally bought it. But of course, I'm not in JetSwap anymore, so. All right, and the hash rate looks very healthy. It's just spiking upwards, just like I thought it would. Again, I was thinking it was a little weird that it would, like, for the week of July 19th and 20th, it would just keep going down. It's like, why is it doing that? Bitcoin's going up. It was a really weird thing. Okay, I haven't received the email from Greg yet, but hopefully he already has his video up. So I'm just gonna look for a. Yeah, I don't even really care about Rothschild's trust-led funding round aspects. Yeah, I've been so busy that I haven't even checked. Let me see what Cryptos R Us's video from today is. I'm checking on Chrome. Ethereum on fire ahead of London hard fork. Bullish, yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But I mean, that's already obvious. So that's actually good. That probably means that people are like, there's a possibility of buy the rumor, I guess, or something like that, and then sell the news. But it does look like Ethereum just really wants to hyper pump. But we'll have to see what happens after the London hard fork. I'm actually assuming that nothing's going to go wrong, and it'll just, you know, work out just fine. And then if so, and Ethereum really pops off, I actually like the idea that Ethereum, instead of Bitcoin, will pull up all of the other cryptocurrencies here. That could be a thing too, because a lot of these coins listed here are actually DeFi tokens listed on Ethereum. So if Ethereum's doing well, guess what? The DeFi tokens will do well. And if the DeFi tokens on Ethereum do well, like Polygon, etc., well, guess what? People are gonna like start buying up Pancake Swap and like Pancake Swap DeFi tokens. I think that's actually what's happening. So again, the rising tide floats all boats. Could also sink all boats too if it's going the opposite direction, you know. But very, very good side. I'm loving it, and yeah, I mean, and it could not have picked a better time, you know, because not only do I need money, but I'm going to want a lot of it, and I need to replenish my reserves, and then get ready to, you know, live the rest of my life as a multi-millionaire, possibly a multi-deca-millionaire. And, you know, I really have to just adjust my mindset to something like that, because it's very different from just being like an average Joe. And I really should be doing the Jesse Lee Peterson silent prayer too, because, you know, I'm just getting mad about, like, you know, the past, and we're not really supposed to do that. I'm mad about the vaccine mandate passport shit, and yeah, I just realized, you know, it's like all so freaking worthless and useless. It's like, what is everyone doing, you know? And it's just frustrating. But what are you gonna do? State Street back secure what? SE currency partners with GK. Okay. Yeah, push higher as Bitcoin price falters at 40K. Yeah, all coins and DeFi. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Now that I'm doing this actually makes sense, because again, Ethereum is coming into play. So people want to get in on DeFi through Ethereum. Then when they can't do it, they'll look for alternatives. What's the next best alternative? Binance Coin and Pancake Swap. Bitcoin sellers in disbelief or Bitcoin price win still be at 41K. I might actually want to read this. And I just want what does the thumbnail look like? Oh, this is a way superior thumbnail. Okay, Alistair Mill. After seeing 3 monthly red candles in a row, hauling on game, despite the dip to 29 bears, still a bit bullish. Okay, move up, staying power on chain days as there's long term are in fact selling Bitcoin USD rises, something that analysts believe correlated to the disbelief stage of a classic market cycle. Okay, blah blah blah. What is this? Long term holder. Wow, this thing dropped. Bulls market going to look for triggers that could send Bitcoin past 42K. Well, we're already on the way there, so. Okay, and then of course the stock to flow. July closing price 41.5. It bounced from the lows like clockwork. Yeah, stock to flow is so far working. Yeah, look how far down this is. This bull run leg up is, yeah, according to this chart, it would actually look around $1 million. $3 million would be up here. Can you guys see that? Yeah. But this is the $1 million mark. It's definitely going to go around 1 million, but ideally I want it to be 3 million. Then I definitely will be a deca millionaire, which means tens of millions of dollars. All of you will definitely become $100,000 heirs, but you could actually probably make $1 million or $2, depending on your size of your current positions. Stock to flow out of the demand Bitcoin price to nearly 1 year range out, with Plan B giving a minimum August close requirement of 47,000. Yeah, I mean, I'm already calling it like 50 grand in like within the next 10 days. But that's assuming Bitcoin keeps going up right now. Because so far it does, because today is definitely going to be considered an up day for me. So if it does another 10 days of going straight up, yeah, Bitcoin can easily reach 50 to 54,000 within 10 days. Or after 10 days. You know, I should actually probably follow Plan B. Well, let me make sure I get that set up first. Cross member, I see it as a put option. It puts a put option on legacy banking. Trade Bitcoin based transaction output supply histogram. Okay. While each of the Laura, the flyer channel is going on an absolute tear. What does this say? Stock to flow deflection. Yeah, this thing is way below. Okay. Realized cap is rising again. Realized cap is the average price at which all were last transacted. Also, if you sell them out, sell at profit, not a loss. Like in this is bullish. Okay. It bounced from a clockwork. Twitter has decided to not verify my account because it is anonymous. This means that the many scammers and persecutors win and continue on stir. I know many of you are followed. Kaya robbed by people I do nothing against it. Link to the noble person or a brand associated with it. Yeah, you have to be a real person. You have to be a real person. Vaccine passport. These areas are a race to protect human rights and dignity. Especially now that in New York City and have a vaccine. Okay. I'm actually gonna post that on my Gab. So it'll be interesting. I mean, decentralization in Bitcoin is definitely the technological answer to pretty much all of our structural problems, but the problem is I just don't see people being able to rally together to fight, global H word, global peanuts. So $41 billion hedge fund golden trade has added Bitcoin to its balance sheet. As I have already figured out, many rich investors have been buying Bitcoin and crypto the past couple of weeks. This is just getting started. For reserve printer is printing cash at warp overdrive speed. Oh, no, Control Z. You know, yeah, I should actually follow this guy. He's actually really good. Yeah, I'm gonna follow him. It's gonna be he earns that right because he's got some good stuff here. Actually, I do want to read the rest of this too. Gold interest purchase rate of the conservative debt-based strategy used in the past. Yeah, they probably need some. They probably need an anti-debt instrument here. I say very underground wide open server for rising COVID-19 cases. Well, I mean, at least Ron DeSantis is kind of doing something. All right, very good, very good. All right, let me take a screenshot of this for our thumbnail, and let us hope that Greg's got a thing out by now. Yeah, this looks like the new video. 17 minutes ago, perfect. So he was actually very early.
Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Manarino. It is still...
Citigroup warns of a September stock market sell-off. Fed Vice Chair sees 2023 rate hike. Believe it or not, I could actually believe this because it's Labor Day, so they're going to be profit-taking.
Wednesday, August 4th, 2021. Well, we have a lot to talk about. As usual, the freak show, the markets, and everything else. So let's do that. So the stock market today, no surprise to you. I explained this to you earlier this morning when I did my video that there was not a great setup for the market with regard to the 10-year yield cratering, crude oil taking a hit. I mean, 2 of the 4 keys to this market were missing. So if those keys were missing, well, what would you expect? Stocks to fall. Period. The end. So
yeah, that's
exactly Dow Jones Industrial Average fell.
Actually, that's why I said
the Nasdaq actually put on a gain fractional. The S&P 500, which hit a record high yesterday, pulled back as well. Okay, but the real story isn't what the stock market did today. It's what the 10-year yield did, falling. Okay, we actually went up from this morning. It's 1.14. Last I looked at it, 1.16. Okay, nothing dramatic here. I would not be surprised, like I said earlier, to see that fall further here. The whole yield curve is flattening out, and that's something else we need to talk about in a little bit. I have some stuff I wrote down here. The dollar did gain in strength today, so there's another key we lost. And the market only sold off a little bit with regard to the Dow and the S&P. Nothing major going on here, even in the face of what we heard from the Fed today. The second in command opened his pie hole and had a few things to say, and the market's going to laugh it off. I'm laughing it off. As a matter of fact, I was rolling on the floor earlier. I really was. We'll talk about that in a minute here. So on the back of the market, finishing mixed, like I just covered for you. Cryptocurrencies catching a nice bid today. Gold and silver, gold flat today. A fractional gain out of gold. And silver took a little bit of a hit. I already covered crude. Crude taking a hit because of, people are maybe starting to understand that we are in an economic meltdown, but they're going to prop it up. Some crime will occur, some false flag event to keep it propped up. Count on it. Count on it. It's going to happen. It's just no doubt about it. It always does. It never fails. What else would you expect here? Anyway, so let us move forward. People, there's something I want you to pay attention to here. This is called, especially you lions, the S&P 500 Basic Materials Index. I don't know how many of you have ever heard of this before, but it is a leading indicator of the markets. Well, this indicator is cratering. What does that mean? It's pointing directly towards an economic slowdown. Like we need more evidence that this is happening here. This abysmal jobs number that we got today. You know what bothers me? This is not just a number. These are people. Okay, these are people. And wait till tomorrow when we find out first-time unemployment claims. You think it's going to be a good number? It's going to be horrible. Absolutely horrible. And these are the numbers that they're allowing us to know, that they're allowing us to see. Anyway, that's a big deal. Now here's another one. So Citigroup comes out today warning about a market dip, a market crash, or whatever you want to call it in September. I'm going to call BS on that. Honestly, do we have a market that is in la la land that has no bearing on reality? Absolutely. But what do we know? The bad economic news is going to not just keep coming, but it's going to get worse. And despite what came out of the mouth of the Federal Reserve Vice Chair today, Clarita, can't stand this person, he's another thing, he's not even human. The Fed is going to keep buying assets. They're not going to cut back on a darn thing. But this is what came out of its
to buy crypto.
pie
That's
hole.
really what we need them to
Fed
do.
Vice Chair. He sees the first rate hike in 2023. Before I go on to the next statement, let's cover that. All right. So this thing from the Fed is saying 2023 we're going to start raising rates. The Fed is going to look for every excuse possible and impossible to move goalposts. Oh, the economy's not doing so great. Oh, the labor market still needs help. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever they got to do. Move goalposts. Move goalposts. 23. Remember this video. Save it to your whatever, your browser. Not happening. Okay, it's not happening in 23. I don't see it. And I've been so spot on with what the Fed would do before they've done it that it scares me sometimes. Now, the next statement out of its mouth, because it's not human, I think you all know that, there's a possibility, according to this thing here, that the Fed will slow its purchases of assets, mortgage-backed securities, treasuries. No, that's not going to happen this year, saying by the end of this year. Now, in the face of what you and I are well aware of, again, we have an economy in free fall, debts and deficits hyper-ballooning, a middle class that's being systematically exterminated by design. And this system, the way it's all set up, it's a mechanism to create this. I mean, to inflate the debt, to, eliminate the middle class. I don't know another way to put this. Create that two-tier society, I said would happen from a decade ago, longer. Well, it's kind of really in our face right now. So in my view, if the market believed, for example, okay, so we had a sell-off today with regard to the Dow and the S&P. If the market truly believed that the Fed would stop or cut back, even, slightly, with regard to asset purchases this year, towards the end of the year, which is only a few months away, the market would have felt like 1,000 points, maybe 2,000. And if the market believed yet again that in 23, according to, Fed Vice Chair, that they're going to start raising rates, the market would have cratered. It's the only thing right now that's keeping this market where it is. I mean, it's beyond la la land. Nothing matters here. It's about easy money.
My God, I need 5,710 of these stupid assholes.
Money. That's all. It's grand theft on an epic scale. Again, what are they doing? They're robbing every person they can think about and imagine who has an interest earning account. You cannot earn a real rate of return.
Well, that's why we have crypto and DeFi.
On an interest.
What's Fox News? International stranger. Her other kind is Jack Keane. Now I'm not so sure about this.
House Republicans, meantime, very.
Wait, she still works at Fox News? Yeah, I don't know what's up with China, but they clearly need to figure something out.
Earning account, even if it's a high yield.
Well, I guess they just don't care, right?
It's just not happening. You are losing purchasing power. Every day you keep a single dollar in a savings account or an interest earning account. You're not earning anything, okay? You're losing purchasing power, period. And that has inflated a stock market bubble, okay? By keeping rates suppressed, the mechanism is very simple. By suppressing rates, okay, in case you don't know, this is a deliberate act to manifest a risk on environment. In other words, push cash into the stock market. Okay, a day like today, when you saw the 10-year yield over the past couple of days plunge like that, some cash is making its way into the debt market. See, it's an inverse relationship. When the 10-year yield drops, that means cash is going into the debt market. When the 10-year yield or any part of the yield curve rises, that means cash is leaving the debt market. See, the higher rate yield.
Actually, I was too busy reading her tweets here, but the current USD hegemony is established by petrodollar post-Bretton Woods. Petro is a relatively centralized, seizable commodity. The new monetary war will go after the digital oil from Silicon waffle capacity, 5G infra competence, and valuable data to feed AI dominance. There's much less nausea can be flipped by disruptors. Human ingenuity is assured and permissionless research. U.S. stock can only sustain if according U.S. tech companies' market share sustain, which I'm not so bullish about. Well, I would be very bullish about it because big tech company is obviously really smart. That's why they're getting into cryptocurrencies. Microsoft is very open to Bitcoin. Twitter obviously is into it. Google hasn't said much about it, but they haven't said anything negative about it either. And of course, Facebook's making their own crypto. So they clearly understand the power of crypto. But they as in big tech. Bitcoiner crypto people should rally together with carbon neutrality movement, not just bringing Bitcoin green. The eventual goal will also end the petrodollar. Major power dynamic change once fossil oil steps down from historical stage of human prosperity. Carbon neutrality is what we need to achieve for human blah, blah, blah. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Recent Chinese tech company upheaval local area has generated lots of talent supply, especially good devs. Many reached out asking what they can do in crypto DeFi. This is an unexpected bullish niche for our industry. Yeah. I don't actually want to say how I actually know this, but I actually know that. Personally. But yeah, that actually, but I didn't realize that, yeah, this could actually be because of China clamping down on everyone. See, that's the thing. Like, China and Chinese people are just take everything over. Like, our collective IQ is just too high. You know, and here in the West, everyone's just chasing the big G word globo peanut agenda. So, I mean, whatever IQ exists in the West is being squandered through this stupid bullshit. Mac OS has done actually one of the best issues for future of any metaverse long enough time so the big everyone wants to be part of the game. Yeah, Apple's already hiring cryptocurrency people as well. They're definitely on top of that. It's a pretty good picture, actually. Pancake swap. I'm calling it. You know, I think we're willing to put a bunch of Pepes and Anons in their car, the digital for the. Okay. Ah, my God. Kraken FX is 10 years old today. Co-founder and CEO of Kraken. So this guy actually founded Kraken. We were two veteran virtual goods peddlers. The people are the problem of pain and finding out as far as what could be done to try it. Smart to pull it off. I think we'll end it on this. Don't try. To our million club for your trust, loyalty, good times. Risking your own reputation, collaborate our mission. Okay, so this is just him thanking everybody, which is great. I just kind of don't really care. Okay.
Relationship. When the 10-year yield drops, that means cash is going into the debt market. When the 10-year yield or any part of the yield curve rises, that means cash is leaving the debt market. See the
yeah, a lot of this cash left, probably to go into cryptocurrencies, because this money has to go somewhere, and because so much cash was leaving the debt market, of course the dollar has to go up a little.
Higher rate yield occurs when they're trying to entice people to buy debt. You understand? But you got to be out of your freaking mind here to own any debt at all. How's that for the most part? No.
I don't want to keep interrupting Greg, but look, Bitcoin's already almost at 40K. My Pancake swap in the course of like, I want to say 10 days, maybe 7 to 10 days, has gone from $14 to $17.25 a piece. I literally have just made like, what, 35%, 40% return, something like that, or 25% return. All right. If I had a dollar, like an actual dollar, how much was that actually worth, you know? Like, why would I want to buy debt? Why would I want to go into U.S. cash, right?
Even the dollars in your pocket, those are units of debt. And if you're holding them, you're investing in them, and they're losing purchasing power. You got it? I think you understand that. I really, really do.
Yeah,
At
my
least I
halal
hope
cart's
so.
$8.
So anyway, in summary here, let's just
Burger King took away the 2 for $6 Whopper mix. Now I have to actually buy a whole Whopper and get one for another dollar, which costs $8.93. F that.
put this whole lovely thing together here. Okay, stock market fell under some pressure today. Nothing major. Nasdaq finished positive despite the cratering 10-year yield.
Really?
Crude oil getting hit, the dollar turning around, and statements out of the Federal Reserve Vice Chair. They're bringing out the big guns now, not just the little, peon president creatures. You understand? They got to resort to, I don't know, whatever they got to resort to. The bigger gun out here to maybe convince the market, and the market's not convinced. I'm not convinced. Are you convinced? Are you convinced that in the face of everything that we're seeing here, the economic meltdown that we are in, the continuing round after round of bad economic news, you're going to tell me that the Fed is going to all of a sudden stop buying assets, which is their goal? Their goal is to inflate. You have to understand. See, the main thing that the mainstream media is not telling you, and you will not know, they will not allow you to know, is the Fed's goal since their inception has been to, well, eventually become the lender and borrower of last resort, and that means they have to hyperinflate their balance sheet. They have to own it all. You understand? That's what they are doing. And it's a deliberate act. And everything around you right now is a byproduct of what the Federal Reserve is doing. They are a criminal organization. They are public enemy number one. All right, people, I'm out of here. Love you a lot. I hope this video has been entertaining or enlightening.
Yeah. Well, all I have to say is, it is actually kind of nice to actually see and know what's actually going to happen before it happens. Okay, target to pay 100% college tuition and textbooks to attract workers. Really? Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there any positive to the stupid vaccine passport? I'm really trying to figure this one out. Because, I'll be fine, because I already am pretty isolated anyway, so it doesn't really affect me. And I'm just going to buy shit online, and I buy shit online anyway. Well, that being said, I don't know. There's gonna really. What I'm really thinking about is they're trying to identify conservatives who will resist the system versus people who will follow the system, and then just wipe out the rest of us, right? Who obviously are resisting the system. So, yeah, it's gonna be tough. Let me see. Yeah, I have to admit, I don't see too many people on the right pushing back against the vaccine passport shit, too. Yeah, this is actually 100% true. Because, yeah, I think Trump will be a good one-time thing, but no more than that. Because I'm sick and tired of, exactly what he's complaining about here. I think we all are. Bad advice followed by stupid tweets. It's like, okay, how about you actually effing do something? We're in this mess because Trump, all he ever did was just tweet shit. He never actually did anything. Source in White House Daily just told me the White House is scared to death of DeSantis. Yeah, well, they really shouldn't, because nothing. Well, first of all, DeSantis had to bend the knee to whoever his masters are, the tribes. So I wouldn't actually worry about DeSantis. Well, personally should be but not forget the transmit God, that's just but not to force them upon. It's an overswim or feel that people should get jobs out of fruit. Okay. Deserve to be paid. Let it take every pay every single time. No, I still bring it. I will not plan like training as a normal or acceptable thing. She's still around? Why does she look so different? Huh. Okay, well she's definitely gonna get banned pretty soon now that she's going after transgenders. But, you know, that's fine. I really thought Jeb was a parody account, blah blah. That was gonna care less, but I understand it was Army veteran. What? He's not even bitching about the fucking vaccine password. Like, this is just ridiculous. Alright, whatever. Well, that's how it goes, so... Oh, I should probably hit this button. Well, unfortunately, it's a little too late, because it's already the end of the thing here. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to enjoy and relax the rest of my day, because I already did quite a bit of work today. I did so much courses. This multiplayer course on Udemy that I want to take, that's specifically blueprint only. I really hope it goes on sale because the guy's charging $150 for it, but it does look very good. And he even gave away like I want to say he's got 40 videos I think, and he gave away like the first 7, and that's like 7 hours worth of free content. So he's definitely very generous about it. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll see you all tomorrow. Hopefully, I mean, chances are the London hard fork will go without a hitch, and then Ethereum hopefully should, well, I mean, we'll see what happens with the price action because a lot of different things can happen, even if everything goes well. But from the way it looks, I think everything just wants to go up, especially if the dollar, continues to get hit. And then we still haven't heard anything about the infrastructure. Actually, we haven't even infrastructure. Yeah, we haven't heard anything about it since the beginning of this week. To stay until, okay, let's just read this. Wait, I want to read the Sarah's file crypto after industry backlash. Actually, this is important too. Okay, Senate is voting on a string of amendments to the $1 trillion bipartisan thing. Infrastructure bill includes $550 billion new spending on transportation, broadband, utility systems. Okay. There's no rush to judgment. Yeah, so it does look like everyone. Actually, we all want this thing to pass, right? Because we're gonna inflate. We might as well inflate everything. Because you and I are already in position. We just need the catalyst. This is the catalyst, right? And we know that it's not 1 trillion. We know it's really more like 2 to 10 trillion. Senators file crypto broker amendment for after industry backlash. Which does not apply to minor stakers or software developers. Industry advocates say. Yeah, cryptocurrency people need to get more rich and more influential. Then we could start influencing Washington D.C. Not this fucking political bullshit that we've been doing for the past like whatever years, and then get nowhere and lose money. Oh, hey, middling intellect. I think you've been here a couple of times. Is this the bottom? Yeah, absolutely. Like, that is just so obvious. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to click it. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, Bitcoin's about to hit 40K. But yeah, this clearly looks like the bottom. Look, we're about to breach the old high of 40,400. So I think this is the bottom. Like, if I had more money, I'd buy. But I'm already kind of tapped out. So, I'm just enjoying my profits and watching this crap go up. So. And we already know the stock markets are also going up too. So, cash is going to have to go in the markets and crypto. The backlash from the crypto industry was response to the bill's broad blah 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 blah. Okay, I don't need to read the rest of that. But yeah, it's doing very well. You should definitely watch the replay because I went over a lot of stuff. And my new liquidity, high risk, high reward liquidity pool, babycake-bnb. Now remember, there's a 20% slippage plus 7% tax. So if you put in 10 grand, you're only gonna get like $7,500 worth of this liquidity token. So I'm not even sure if it's worth it at this point because I did it yesterday when it was like 60,000%, well 65,000% APY. Now it's down to 39.42%, so 3,942%, which is still pretty insane, but I'm expecting it to drop further. But Chess Coin's doing really well. Pancake Swap is obviously doing well, and Hotbit-BNB liquidity pool is also doing very well. So I think if I play my cards right, I might be making $300 a day in pure DeFi, not including my auto cake staking, which I've literally been looting it a lot, so I don't want to be touching that anymore. I want to just let it grow. So, and of course, Pancake Swap is going up because Ethereum's going up, right? Because of the London hard fork. Yeah, in fact, it continues to go up. Now it's at $17.48. So by tomorrow, it'll probably be 19, 20 bucks. This is really good. That means it'll be actually at pre-crash levels pretty soon. And of course, by then, Bitcoin should be above 40 grand, and we'll see where that goes. Because look how beautiful that is. Boom, bottom, flat line, and straight back up. So this is really, really nice setup. This is such a good setup. All right, I'm going to go. I need to play my games. I need to relax. Definitely watch the replay. We went over a lot of stuff, apparently. And then, yeah, just enjoy the games. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. See you all tomorrow, which is Thursday. Man, it feels way later than